I need to ask you what every commentator is asking. Is President Obama being a strong enough leader in this moment? Does he need to speak out more as commander-in-chief?
Going to our tough neighborhood, the Middle East. Syria is a very good example to demonstrate the difficulties and the challenges. What is happening now in Syria is we have Daesh in the eastern part of Syria, generally speaking. We have Bashar al-Assad regime. We have the Kurds with their interest. We have the moderate Sunnis here and there, the Druze, and so forth. Unfortunately, in the current situation, Russia is playing a more significant role than the United States. We don't like the fact that King Abdullah of Jordan is going to Moscow, the Egyptians are going to Moscow, the Saudis are going to Moscow. It should have been very different. And we believe that United States can't sit on the fence. If you sit on the fence, the vacuum is filled in Syria as an example, whether by Iran or the Shia axis, supported now by Russia, or by Daesh, by ISIS. It should have been. That's why we claim that the United States should play a more active role in our region. And there is an opportunity. The new geopolitical division of the Middle East of today is we have the Shia axis, very solid one, Iran, Bashar al-Assad regime, Hezbollah, the Houthis in Yemen, other Shia elements in Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, today supported by Russia. Solid axis. We have Muslim Brotherhood axis, very complicated. We deal with Hamastan in Gaza. Qatar is part of it, and Turkey, a member of NATO, leading the Muslim Brotherhood camp of today. Very complicated. They are not on the same page, neither the United States nor with us. Then we have the global jihad elements, the enemies of everybody, Daesh, Jabhat al-Nusra. But we have the Sunni Arab camp, the most significant camp in the region looking for leadership. And it appears to be that we, Israel, are on the same page with this camp, not just with Egypt and Jordan, which we share a peace accord with them, with Saudi Arabia, with Kuwait, with Bahrain, United Arab Emirates, North African countries like Morocco, looking for leadership.
So I think I hear you saying, in the interesting contrast between Vladimir Putin and President Obama, that President Obama needs to take leadership of the Sunni camp if he's going to have any hope of success, maybe with Israel as a silent partner. So let me just ask you, you heard, as we all did, Susan Rice talk about the administration's strategy, their search so far unsuccessful to find Sunni partners on the ground who can wage this fight. What advice would you offer about how we can give stronger leadership and maybe end up having the Sunni partners we don't have now?
What is needed is to orchestrate the Sunni parties, the Sunni elements. Going back to Syria, we don't believe that the only two options which are very bad for us is to have Iran on one hand, gaining hegemony, enjoying hegemony in Syria. This is the case today. They enjoy hegemony in Iraq as well, trying to gain hegemony in Yemen, not quite successfully because of the Sunni coalition. Very interesting. Sunni coalition fighting back. It's a new phenomenon. Now, to use these Sunni parties to approach Sunni tribes, Sunni elements in Syria as an example, it is so needed. And in order to avoid what is called here boots on the ground, Western boots on the ground, in one hand, and you can't defeat Daesh without boots on the ground, let's empower the local boots on the ground, mainly the Sunnis. also the Kurds. It might be other elements in Syria who are looking for something different, and they don't want neither Iran, with Bashar al-Assad regime, nor Daesh. This is the opportunity, and this camp should be orchestrated and led in order to make it in a better way.
There are people, and they include Sunni tribal leaders that I talk to, other Sunni leaders who say, look, we are not going to make the kind of commitment that you're talking about unless the U.S. has more, we say, skin in the game, has more of a commitment, meaning there are more U.S. troops committed. And I want to ask you, as Israeli Defense Minister, do you think that's right? Do we need to think about having more troops in this fight?
Western troops in our region should be the last resort. It's better off to empower, to support, to finance, to arm local troops to fight for their case. They don't fight for us. They fight for looking to the Kurds as an example. When they were supported, it wasn't the case from the very beginning. They lost Kobani to Daesh, but when the United States decided to support and other Western parties decided to support the Kurds, they started to win. And they defeated Daesh in their territory, in the Syrian Kurdistan. This is the case in Iraq as well. And we know many elements who are ready to fight for their lives, not for Western interest, for their interest. They should have been supported from the very beginning, but it is not lost case. There is still chance to do it.